Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne, and I thought I'd pop on here for a few minutes. It's Friday, about 2 o'clock, and I'm getting ready for my weekend, and I'm sure you are too. So I wanted to come on and say hi before the weekend, and I don't know if anyone's going to come on today. It might just be me here. You never know. You never know. And, I've been coming on, I would say probably most days out of the last 2 weeks. I've skipped a few days in there, but that's because, well, I get busy with my family, my schoolwork. I'm in college, full-time college student. And so life is busy. And yet I still like to come on here in real time. Now, I make my daily recorded videos, and those are my wisdom messages that I share out. And welcome, welcome, Andre. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you doing? And so, I just pop on here, and most people don't know when to expect me, but normally I come on between 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 12 o'clock to 4:30 p.m., somewhere in that vicinity. I pop on. And I don't let people know because, well, I never know when I'm going to come on. So that's kind of the factor with me. I think normally I would have a lot more people that would show up if they knew what time I was going to actually be on. And sometimes I come on in the evening. For a while there, I was coming on like at 10 o'clock at night. And then it sometimes was earlier than that. It depended. It depended because my friend Brenda does a live stream. Brenda Land does a live stream about 7 o'clock, and hers usually lasts from 7 to 10. And then I would usually follow her live stream. But if she wasn't on, and some nights she's not on, I would come earlier. So I'm unpredictable. Thank you, Andre. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're excited about your weekend. The weekend is here. As y'all know, I'm a 63-year-old college student, and being a college student, I have a lot of college work during the week. And so I really look forward to the weekend, although I still have some work on the weekend, not nearly as much as during the week. So I really, really enjoy my weekend and with my family. My husband will be home today. He was in Florida for a couple days on business, and so he's just getting home. He should be home shortly. So I think, we'll just spend time as a family. I don't know if I'll be on this weekend. I might not. I'm unpredictable. Don't you love it? So, Andre, how are you doing? I hope everything is going really, really well for you. I do. And so I wanted to talk a little bit today about lifestyle changes. And I was talking to someone the other day, and they said that they wanted to lose a significant amount of weight because they had gained a significant amount of weight. And I got to thinking about that, and I got to thinking about when we go to change a habit. Welcome, welcome, this trucker's life, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. I am just popping on here, so hopefully some of my friends will see that I am here, but I give no notice. And also the notification bell for a lot of people rings 12 hours later. Have no idea why the glitch is like that, but they get notice that I'm on live 12 hours after I've been off of live. So who knows? But when you're making a lifestyle change in life, if it's a habit that is very ingrained, like some people are, cigarette smokers, or some people are, have bad eating patterns or bad spending patterns or whatever. The thing about it is, if you want to change that habit, sometimes you've got to make it a lifestyle change. Because if we're hanging out with people who are doing the same bad habit, it's likely to pull us back into that habit. And so sometimes we've really got to modify our choices, our decisions, where we go, who we hang out with, even our job. Sometimes I've heard people have to change jobs to make a lifestyle change. So, lifestyle changes are often worth it, but sometimes not very easy. And I know, like, for example, I'm very conscientious about the foods that I eat or don't eat. Welcome on Soy TV. Welcome, my friend. I'll give you a blue wrench. There you go. And so when you are trying to make this lifestyle change of any kind, it's important to set up a support system in your life that will encourage and support that lifestyle change. Because if the lifestyle change is going to be hard, then you are likely not going to be able to do it all on your own. And so for me, what I do is, if I want to achieve a certain goal, I surround myself with other people who are working on a goal like that, or working on something similar, or in a way that they can support what it is that I'm doing. And so I think that's really important. Welcome, Nomadic Rat Pack. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Let me give you a blue wrench here. There you go. And so, you know, normally when I come on these lives, when I do the live streams, I don't talk wisdom. But if I don't get a lot of friends that come on, then I just talk wisdom so people can go back and watch it in replay. And so, yeah, so if you want to make a major change in your life, how you spend money, how your fitness, what you eat, sometimes you got to make other areas of your life change too before you can really be successful at that change. And so for me, I surround myself with people who are doing similar things or who will support the goals that I have. Welcome, Evolution. Welcome, welcome. And let me give you a blue wrench. I'm Soy. I am from Georgia, USA. Not Georgia, the country, but Georgia, USA. I am. And welcome, Lemon. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Let me give you a blue wrench there. So yeah, you know, you can change your life, but it takes work. Boom Docking with Boomer. Hey, my friend. Oh, it's great to see you, Lance. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I'm doing great. I wanted to pop on here, unannounced, and as I normally do. And I thought I'll just come on for a few minutes. You know, maybe y'all can connect with each other. Welcome, Jamil Oak. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Because I'm looking forward to just relaxing and enjoying my weekend with my family. And I want to sleep in tomorrow. And I just want to enjoy. The last 2 days, it's rained hard. Today, it's not raining, but it's very wet and cold outside. So I didn't go out for my 5-mile run. I normally go out for my 5-mile run every day, and I do that. Lamont, yes, I have been married for about 30 years. 30 years, a long time. And so thank you, Boom Docking. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lance. And so I just want to enjoy my weekend. You know, sometimes we have to put play before work. And so much of my week is so much schoolwork. And then, of course, I have 3 young adult kids, 2 of which live at home. My daughter, who's always here, and she lives just right down the road a little bit. So I'm a mom, too, and a wife, and I'm an artist. I paint. I make my YouTube videos. I exercise, plus all the other stuff, you know. So I just want to relax, enjoy. Maybe we'll go out to dinner tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know. We usually go out to dinner. Now that my kids are older, they're all in their early 20s. They like to do their own thing on Friday and Saturdays. And so if I make a big meal, sometimes nobody ends up eating it. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I usually don't cook. Big Tim, you know what, Big Tim? Yesterday, you are so great. I'm going to put you up here on screen for a second. Let me get you there. Did I get you? Yep. That's my friend, Big Tim. He's here every day like clockwork. Thank you, Big Tim. I appreciate it. I do. I really appreciate those of you that look for my videos and my live streams. That is wonderful. Thank you, Big Tim. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out, enjoy. I want to do little things. I have all these little things that are kind of backed up. And one of the little things that I do is I like to go, just go shopping. Well, I don't need to go grocery shopping, but I need to go get like some makeup. And so I think today I'm going to Walgreens. I love Walgreens for makeup. I think they're very reasonable. They're not cheap, but they're reasonable. And I like their makeup. But I told y'all I go to Dollar Tree for a lot of my makeup. I used to spend a lot of money on makeup, a lot of money. And then I realized that Dollar Tree has wonderful makeup. So I buy most of my makeup at Dollar Tree, but there's a few things I can't buy there that I go over to Walgreens and buy. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So I think I'll do little things. I have friends that, I'm kind of backed up on my phone calls too. Some of them I webcam, some of them I just phone call with. And so tonight, maybe late, I'll call a few of my friends. Welcome, Rose Angela. Welcome, welcome. So I got up today, and of course I have all my schoolwork in between everything. And so I did about 6 videos. One of them was called Lifestyle Change, which I just talked to you about. And that's when you want to change your lifestyle. One of them is about, don't marry the wrong person. I did a video called Don't Marry the Wrong Person. But it also can be don't be friends with the wrong person. The wrong person can pull you away from the right people in your life. And I've seen it so many times. So I did a video, and I'll put it up probably today or tomorrow. I'll probably put it up today. I did a video called Don't Marry the Wrong Person. And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever seen it where, well, actually, I was reading how I came up with this idea to talk about it was I was reading an article today about a very famous person who married somebody. And this person pulled them away from their family, pulled them away from everything that was familiar, everything. And, it's like, I don't know if they really married the right person or married the wrong person. But welcome, Roy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Roy. Let me give you a blue wrench there. Thank you. And so this is the thing. You want to marry the right person, but you also want to become friends with the right person, or you want to become romantic with the right person, not the wrong person. A wrong person can pull you away from all the people that love you. They can want to manipulate you, take control of your life, and take control of your decisions. And I've seen it happen. And so this article I was reading was so right on with that. And that's why I did the video called Don't Marry the Wrong Person, but also be selective in who you're hanging out with, because the people you hang out with do have an impact upon your life. They really do. So I did that video too. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Roy. Absolutely. And so you want to make sure that, that you have the right people in your life. And for a lot of reasons. One, to support the right goals for your life, not the wrong goals. If you have a wrong goal, a right person will tell you that it's a wrong goal. Okay. A wrong person will tell you that a wrong goal is a right goal. Okay. So you want to have the right people. Terry's wood burning and engraving. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. And I hope y'all share me out, if you will. Just click that little share button, type in live stream, send it off. I appreciate it. And make sure that you watch, open up a separate tab and play the video while you're still over here with me, because if you don't, the person loses you the next day. I woke up yesterday, I probably gained around 100, and I probably woke up with less than half. And, it's like people mean well, they come over, they subscribe, they do everything, but then they don't stay long enough to watch the video, or they don't watch the video planning on coming back later, but you lose them. You lose them. So you're not doing people any favors by subscribing if you don't watch a certain portion. And click the like button. Always click the like button, because I think that also adds to it. Yes, Big Tim is so right. He's so right. And so welcome, AJ. Welcome, welcome. Now, my son, my 23-year-old son, is here at home today. He had surgery on his Achilles tendon, so he's got a cast on. So mom has to get up and help him periodically because he tripped over a tree root when he was fishing. So I'll have him home for about 6 weeks. And then we are remodeling our beach house 4 hours away. So we're going to be going back and forth to the beach house as well. And so I'll get a lot of video on the beach. So my channel is going to change a little bit. It's going to go from just pure wisdom and motivation and inspiration to fun. Well, it's fun anyhow, because I'm fun. Welcome, welcome, Kit. Welcome, and welcome, AJ. Welcome. Let me give you blue wrenches. Okay, let's see. And if I didn't give you a blue wrench, just let me know. I'll give you a blue wrench. I'm trying to do this without glasses, okay? Trying to do it without glasses. You know, when I turned 40, I noticed that my eyes changed a bit. They did. And then when I turned 50, I still didn't wear glasses. But when I went back to school at age 62, I started wearing glasses because I was behind the computer all the time. And I have to tell you that personally, and this may not be true, but personally, I find that glasses weaken the eyes to the point where you need them. And so I don't like to wear them if I don't have to. I'd rather strain a little bit to read what you have to say. Yeah, Big Tim, it did. It did. He fell, he tripped, and he suffered with it for about 4 months. I kept taking him to the doctors. We had like 10 doctors. They all kept saying it was just a sprain. I said, it's more than a sprain. Please take an MRI. None of them would do it. Finally, we got an MRI. And of course, it was a tear in the tendon, so we had to have it repaired. So he had it done on Monday. So yeah, I have a real life with real situations. So that's life, especially when you have kids. Even though they're adult kids, your children are always your children, and you're always their parent. Always remember that. And remember to call your mom. Always call your mom and call your dad. You know, so often people go off and get married or go off and they think, well, you know, my parents are kind of an afterthought now. And, you know, your parents invested their whole life into you. And I think that it's important, no matter how imperfect or flawed they may be, to let them know that you love them more than just on Mother's Day or Father's Day. I really do. And like I talk about in every video, tell people that you believe in them, even when they don't believe in themselves, even when they're going down the wrong road. Tell them you believe in them, you believe in a turnaround, and encourage them to be all that they can be, but love them for who they are today. I really, really believe that. So let's see, what else did I talk about today? Oh, I talked about the fear of growing older. That was another video that'll come out today or tomorrow called The Fear of Growing Old. You know, so many people, as we grow old, we become fearful. I'm not fearful of it, but I think a lot of people are. They're fearful of, like, what about my health? What about my finances? What about if all my kids move away and I'm here by myself? You know, I did another video called The Stupid Mistakes Old People Make. And there's a lot of them. We think that stupid mistakes are reserved for the young. I can tell you there's a lot of older people that make stupid mistakes. And so I did a video on that today too. So, you know, hopefully you all go back and watch some of those when I put them up. You know, I sometimes put up 1 video a day, sometimes 5 or 6. It just depends. If I make a lot that day, I put a lot up. And, you know, I'm inspired every day when I wake up. I have my notebook by my bed. I write down all my notes that, you know, that's my time when I get all my wisdom is in the early morning. And then I come out and, you know, after I'm all ready and got everything else done, I make my videos and then I edit them and I put them up. The one thing I need to improve on are my thumbnails. And, you know, I'm probably going to invest in one of those $400 a year thumbnail programs where you can have unlimited thumbnails, because one of my friends who has 4 million subscribers, and he's a good friend of mine, he messages me, you gotta fix your thumbnails. You gotta have better thumbnails. And he is so right. And I think thumbnails are really, really important, but they're not as important as your title, and they're not as important as your content. Your content is number 1. Number 2 is your title, because your title is what sends it out to the algorithms. But even if it's out with the algorithms, if no one looks at it because of your thumbnail, then you're not going to get a lot of people. Welcome, She Digs. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. And welcome, Computer Chick. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. Computer Chick, how do you make your thumbnails? Because you make great thumbnails. I'm terrible with thumbnails. I use my, someone said, well, why don't you use all the photos you have of yourself? Because about a year ago, a friend of mine and they challenged me to do a lot of photos, because they said, you got to update your photos. And I said, well, I have updated photos, but they're family photos and everything like that. So I updated a bunch of profile photos. And so I've been using those as my thumbnails. And I use some of my paintings as thumbnails, but I know a lot of people pay for services for thumbnails. And I really don't want to do that. Not because of the $400, but I just don't really want to do that. But, we'll see. Photoshop and a thumbnail maker. So Photoshop, is that part of the Windows program, Computer Chick? Because I probably have I think I have Photoshop, but I just don't know how to use it. That's my issue. I don't know how to use it. And I don't have the time really to learn it right now because it's so, I'm so busy with everything. Yes, AJ, the title is, okay, I was telling y'all about this yesterday. I did a video called Old Women in Pantyhose. And I didn't have a thumbnail on it, just me is what it was. Do you know that video got almost 14,000 views? And I think it says 13.1 now, but it was at 14, and then they knocked the views down for some reason down to 13.1. But I have to tell you that I tried to figure out why did that video go, get so many views. And so I tried old women. I tried everything with old women or old ladies. That didn't work. But the moment I put in the word pantyhose, all the videos I did with the word pantyhose sent that through the algorithms, and it got tremendous amounts of views. And so you kind of just got to find the right word or the right title. Welcome, my friend. Welcome, Grandma Ducky. Great to see you, my friend. Now, Grandma Ducky, there's a perfect example of having a channel with a great name. When you use your own name like me, it's like, okay, people don't remember names, but they remember visuals like Grandma Ducky. That's so easy to remember. That's why I went and created 4 channels. I have Grandma's Porch with Diana Brienne Fairchild, Grandma's House with Diana Brienne Fairchild, and Grandma's Adventures with Diana Brienne Fairchild. So make sure you subscribe to all of those if you will. And the thing about it is people will remember me more as Grandma than they will as my name. Welcome, Osa Renton Ekuse. Welcome, welcome. So you really have to be very mindful of that. I noticed that the name of your channel is the next important thing. It really is, because when people are putting in things, if I have Grandma's Porch, and if someone's looking up anything about grandmas, up comes Grandma's Porch. Not because of the title in the video, but because the title of the channel. And so some people will call themselves Palm Springs Julie or something like that. Well, if people look up Palm Springs, their channel is going to come up. Do you see kind of how it works? But it's too late now for me to change the title of my main channel. I'm not going to do it. But with my other channels, I did. Ellie Lee, welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. Everything Made with Ellie Lee. Please check out her channel. She's been an amazing supporter. She really, really has. And your friends know who supports you and who doesn't. I support all of my friends. I'm a great supporter. I'm the cheerleader for other people. Okay. And we all need cheerleaders in our lives, but we also need to be a cheerleader. I remember when I was graduating college and I was going up on stage and to get my diploma. And oh my gosh, this whole group of friends was out there. They had those cowbells and they were all ringing the cowbells as I walked up on stage. It was embarrassing, but wonderful. It was. Hey, my friend JB. Hey, my friend. Give you a blue wrench there. Let's see. April 25th will be my 15 years on YouTube. Wow. Wow, that is really something. That is my son calling, but I have my other phone here, so if it's important, he'll call me on my other phone. I'm giving him my convertible because I usually drive the truck, and I don't much drive the convertible anymore. I feel much safer in a big truck. And so I told him I'm giving him my car, which is a beautiful car. And so there was a few little things, like the light was on the tire pressure. So he had to go yesterday and get it fixed. It was $400 just to fix a light. $400. I don't know what they do for $400. It only took them 15 minutes. Thank you, AJ. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Ellie Lee says, we all appreciate our cheerleaders. And you know what? Cheerleaders are an important part of our life. They make us feel good. And that's why we should be one too. And people remember you as a cheerleader. And Grandma Ducky says, I drive a truck for security too. You know, drivers are terrible nowadays. They really are. It's so different. It's so different than the way it used to be. And I live in a small older people's community. It's a golf community. But as soon as you get away from that little part, the drivers are just terrible. They're chaotic. They're texting. They're not paying attention. They're going too fast. It's terrible. Welcome, Irazy. Welcome, welcome. And so I feel better in a big truck. Now, I went out to buy a Jeep. And the only reason I didn't buy the Jeep, you know, the Jeep that you go back roading on, a really nice Jeep, the hard top that has the sunroof and all that. So I went out to buy a Jeep and I was keeping my truck anyhow. But when I found out that those particular Jeep, that particular model that I love, doesn't have the Jeep Wrangler, it's the Jeep Sahara, the Jeep, what is it, Rubicon, it was a Jeep Rubicon, I think. They don't have airbags on the side. Well, I'm a big airbag person. I want airbags. And so that stopped me from buying it. It did. It did. That's what stopped me from buying the Jeep. I may still buy one, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's just that I like all the security. Let me just answer this real quick. I'll be right back. Hey, Marshall, I'm on live right now. Yes. Okay. So are you coming back now? Okay, no, that's too far. Okay, come on back, go to the gym and go to the gym, and then I'll be off of the live when you get home. Okay? Yeah, but don't drive that far. Okay, love you. Love you. Too far. Too far. That's too far. Nope, nope, nope. Okay? Nope, too far. No, no. Okay. Come on home. Come on back to the gym. Okay? Too far. Love you. Talk to you a little bit. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. My son loves to drive my car. And so he's getting everything possible redone to it. And I have to tell you what he did. And I told him it was okay. But oh my gosh, one of the real reasons I'm giving him the car now. Sayo Ben, welcome, welcome, my friend. So it's a convertible, right? It's a nice convertible. And he said, Mom, I want to get a different, because he drives it all the time. And he said, Mom, I want to get a different muffler. And so my husband and he said, well, if mom says it's okay, you can go ahead and get a different muffler. So what happened was my son he got one of those real loud mufflers on it. So now I don't drive it, even if I wanted to drive it, because it sounds, like when you're going, it's got the real loud muffler. I don't like it. And so anyhow, he's going to go get like different things. The convertible top had like a little bit of a fray on one side of it. So he's going to go get that fixed. So that's why he was calling me. That's right, Grandma Ducky. When you have kids, even though they're grown, they're still your kids. They're still your kids. And he's 21. My daughter's 22, and my other son is 23. So, they still need mom. They still need mom's guidance, but yet they're their own person making their own decisions too. And, that's just the way it is. Yeah, Grandma Ducky. But oh my gosh, it just I got in it and I tried to drive it and it hurt my ears. So, that was another reason to give him the car. Ray, you're welcome. You're very right. Ray says, I always went 4-wheel Jeeps are terrible off-road. Are they, or are they good off-road? I have a lot of friends that do that. I've never done it. And now my truck, I could take my truck, I guess, for, what do you call it, four-wheeling or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I just kind of like the look of the Jeep. It looks cool. And being I'm a 63-year-old college student, I need to look cool, right? Rosie's Closet, welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. They did, Ellie Lee. They did. We lived on the beach, and I had them. They were ages 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we lived full time on the beach then. We still have our beach house. And they went, and we had the best time. We would go every day and feed the seagulls on the beach. And it was just wonderful. And it went so fast. And then came the teenage years, which a lot of people say, oh, teenage years are terrible. The teenage years were pretty good. They were pretty good. I was kind of expecting the worst. And there were a few bumps in the road, but, they were okay. I think more of the challenges came when they turned 18, because all of a sudden they've got this title of being an adult now. And so I think that was more challenging. They wanted to do their own thing, and they found out that sometimes their own thing didn't work out like they thought it should, and that maybe mom did know best, So, when you're a mom, sometimes kids will listen to everybody else but the parent, no matter how wise you are. I don't care how much wisdom you have. I don't care how motivating you are. I don't care how inspiring you are. I don't care what a great role model you are. Sometimes it takes someone else to say the same thing that you've been saying, to say it to your kids before they'll listen. It really is. Wow, Ray. Wow. I was in Hawaii several times, and I remember the lava there. And especially I went over onto the main island, not the main island, the big island of Hawaii, the actual island of Hawaii. And there was like lava over there. And it was everything was real rocky. It was like being on Mars, like being on Mars. It really was. So what do you all plan on doing over the weekend? Do you have any special plans, or you can just kick back and relax and stay home? I don't watch TV, and I don't watch movies unless they're old movies. I like old movies. And right now I've got the series of the Waltons. Remember the Waltons? I grew up on the Waltons. And so I watch the Waltons. We have 9 seasons of the Waltons. So I've had the DVD set for about 3 years, and I just started watching them. And I play them in the background. I just don't sit there and watch them. While I'm folding laundry or something, I'll put them on. And I like the old time movies, but I just don't like what's out there now. I really don't. That's just me. That's just me. And I don't play computer games. We play board games here at home. So I just, so probably this weekend, I think my husband probably will want to go out to dinner tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know. He has a big golf game tomorrow. Okay, hold on 1 second. Here we go again. Hey, Marshall, I'm still on live. I wouldn't go that far. That's too far. Okay. Okay, well, you make your own choice, okay? Love you. Bye-bye. I'll call. Okay. Okay, I'll call you in a little bit. Well, just be careful. That's very busy traffic there. Okay. Well, be careful. Love you. No, no, you're not going to South Carolina. Love you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so the latest is he's looking for a shop that will fix the convertible top. Now, there's nothing really significant wrong with the convertible top, but like I said, it has a little fray on the top. Welcome, Mary's Place. Welcome, welcome, my friend. It has a little fray on the one side of it. You can't even notice it, but since I'm turning it over to him, we're getting everything meticulously done on the car. And in our little area here, there's not many people that do stuff like that, or not any that we know of. So he wants to go to a bigger town. He likes to drive. I think I was like that at 21. I just wanted to drive everywhere. You know, I was living in LA, and at 21, I had just bought my first new car. And my first new car was like a 1980, 1979, something like that. Toyota Corolla. It was red. But when you bought it back then, you had a choice, either air conditioning or radio. And I chose a radio. So there I was driving in LA because I had to drive it. I lived on the beach. And so I had to drive an hour to and from my job. I was working at a really nice place in LA. And I got, all the fumes from all the cars and all that were terrible. And I didn't have air conditioning. It was hot. So I would never buy a car without air conditioning. So that was my first new car, but I drove everywhere. I just like to drive. And so I have to remember that at that age, what they're like. They want to drive everywhere. They do. My daughter wants to drive everywhere. My sons want to drive everywhere. They're on the go. We can't expect younger people to think our way because they're young. They have all this energy. They have all this drive for things that we once did, that we got to do. And so I always, keep that in mind. And I did a video called, don't push your kids in the wrong direction. And the wrong direction can be what we think of as a right direction, but it's not for them. Not all kids are meant to be doctors or lawyers or plumbers or electricians. They're unique and they're different, and they have to find their own way with our support, love, guidance. If we see them going in a wrong direction, a really bad direction, then we need to let them know, I believe. But if they don't want to be what we want them to be, often we need to let them make their own decision when they're adults, because they're going to make their decision anyhow. Yes, Mary's Place. You're going to love Mary's Place channel. You absolutely will. Absolutely. Mary is such a good, she's always coming on here. Let me put her, where are you at, Mary? There you go. Gotcha. There you go. So, but yeah, life has many twists and turns. Big Tim says he wishes he had that energy. Tim, I do have tremendous energy. I know you're talking about my son, but I am a person, I'm on the go from the time my feet hit the ground in the morning to the time I go to bed. I'm on go, go, go. I max out every single day of my life. And I think that comes from, my mom was a max out person. But the people that I grew up around were not max out people. They were people that were the opposite of max out. And I think I'm that yang to their yin. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be complacent in life. You know, I've gone out there since I was very young and went out there and pursued my dreams and what made me happy. And some people just talk about it. They talk about, oh, I'm going to do it someday, but they never do it. They never put those steps forth to make their life happen. Welcome, Just Me, Unique Fee, and welcome, Lifewin Comedy. Welcome, welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench. Yeah, some people just, you know, they talk and talk and talk. I know one friend who they've been talking 40 years about changing their life, but they've never put forth any steps that I could see to change their life. You know, a lot of people, you know, just talk about it. And changing your life is often not easy, but that's why so few achieve the results that they want, because they're willing to make it happen. You've got to be willing to make it happen. You've got to be willing to make lifestyle changes sometimes to make that happen. Talk is cheap. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, you know, in my life, I'm a worker. I get up, on Mondays, I spend 14 hours behind the computer doing college work. I'm an artist. I stand in the kitchen late at night painting. I make YouTube videos. I am a mom. I'm an active mom. I participate in my kids' lives and always have. And I'm a wife, you know, and I take care of my body. I do. I take care of my body. Grandma Jackie, I know we have to be a little bit more careful at our age. I don't know what age you are, but my age, you know, you do have to be careful. You have to be careful in life. And, you know, a lot of people, as they get older, I talk a lot about people over 60 on my channel, but my channel's for everyone, and there's something for everyone here. But I do talk a lot about life after 60, and there's a lot of things you've got to be aware of. You know, the video that I'm going to put up called, well, one is called The Fear of Growing Old, but the other one is called Stupid Mistakes Older People Make, Old People Make. But there are some things happen, you know, like older people, you know, if they fall, they're more likely to break something or hurt themselves than a younger person. You know, it happens. Welcome, welcome, Rob Kanoy. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Great to see you. Great to see you. Rob, I haven't seen you in forever. And the way YouTube has done in the last 5 months, everything has changed. I don't get notifications. I don't get pop-ups with people. When I go to their channels, they're not doing lives anymore. A lot of people have stopped doing the live streaming. And I just wonder, you know, Rob, are you still doing the live streamings like you did, or have you changed them? Have you changed the way you do them? I know a lot of the channels we used to all go to have dried up. They're still there, but they don't do live streaming anymore. And I mean, I'm just amazed. When I came back to live streaming 2 weeks ago, I started looking up all my old friends that live streamed, and they were all gone. They were gone from live streaming. They weren't gone from the channel, but they were gone from live streaming. So, you know, sometimes I think people either get burnt out if they do it a lot. But I also think when we had the big purge, it scared a lot of people, and a lot of people quit doing the live streaming. They did. They quit doing it. But I'm here. I'm here. And as y'all know, I have the 4 channels. So make sure, again, if you go to any one of my videos in the last day, I put the links in there. So all you have to do is click on the 4 different links. And I also put a link in there to my Facebook. I have a public page, which is called Everyday Words of Wisdom with Diana Brianne Fairchild. And it's there too. And that's kind of where we get our message. I get my messages. So make sure all those links are on my videos, underneath the videos, if you go to them. Okay, so go to one of my videos that I made in the last day or 2, and you will see that all the links are there, and just click on each one. Okay. You know, we used to have an inbox. I've had the channel for 11 years, but it was only for family and friends until a year ago. And that's when I came public. I had 200 subscribers when I came public, pretty much all of who I knew in person, except for one or two. And I've grown to well over 13K in that time. Now, the thing was, when I first started out, there was an inbox. And now we don't have that. So we can't message each other. I don't know why they took it away, but they did. Yes, Mary, I think so too. I think they changed a lot of things. I think a lot has changed. A lot has. Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, I think it's changed a lot. And I think a lot of people just kind of dropped off because really, I mean, there would be on, you know, with all the friends that I have, I mean, there would be 100 lives going on at one time. And now there's probably 4 or 5 going on at one time on my, you know, through my channel. So there's not that many now, not like it used to be. And I miss that because you go in and you meet people, you get to talk to people, you get to know people. I really, really like that. I really, really do. So, yeah, so I think this weekend I'm just going to chill out. I'm probably, after I get off of here, going to go over to Walgreens and get my makeup. And I think we'll go out to dinner. And it depends on what my kids are going to do. And if we go out to dinner, then I'll bring my son home something to eat because he's the one with the ankle tendon surgery. He had surgery. So thank you, Big Tim. Thank you. Are you leaving, Tim, or are you staying? But so I thought I would come on here. I do like to come on most days. Big Tim, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you. And so I like to come on most days. It gives people an opportunity to connect with each other. And I think that's nice. I really do. I really do. Oh, I did my last video I did today, and I haven't put it up yet. It's called "What is Spam? What is YouTube Spam?" Not the spam that we fry in the frying pan, but I talked about spam, you know, what spam is and what spam isn't, because I was told I had 26,000 subscribers, and this was in December, but I was showing at 12.6 back then. I think 12.5 or 12.4, something like that. And so I contacted YouTube, and they said, yes, indeed, you had 26,000, but the other 13,000 were spam, so we took them away. And I said, what is spam? They said, well, it could be just a little of this, a little of that. So I think anyone that doesn't watch your video and just subscribes to you or just watches a little bit is considered spam. And so all those people were taken away from me. That was over 13,000. So, and then since then, it's a lot harder to grow. You know, I'm growing, I grow every day, but it's not like before, because I may get 100 new friends, whereas I used to get 250 a day. Now I get about 100, but I lose at least 50 of them. So, you know, and it's probably because they didn't watch a full video. I think that's probably what it is. Welcome, Tennessee Tactical. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. So, yeah. Oh, Z. I grew up on Spam and treat, but actually we used to fry bologna. And I did a video called Fried Bologna Sandwiches a while back. And I did some cooking videos too, just like most of us do. But that's kind of not my genre for YouTube. I'm a really good cook and I cook a lot, but I'm just not into showing everybody how I do it. But I made fried bologna sandwiches. We grew up on fried bologna sandwiches. So we had more fried bologna than Spam. But Spam will work wonderful. Now I've become more vegan. I've become more, I'm more vegetarian now, but I'm sort of vegan vegetarian, but sometimes I'm a bad vegan vegetarian. And if we're out and about, I'll have a piece of meat or fish or something like that. But I try to stick with, very, very whole, healthy, non-processed foods if I can. I really think before I eat, and I think, where did this food come from? And that kind of stops me from anything that's not good. Yeah, spam is not cheap. It's not cheap. In some places, it's like $3 a can, I think. I bought a bunch of it on sale one time. They had it on sale for like 99 cents. And so I bought all this spam. I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, see, the older that we get, for me, I stay away from salt and anything that's processed and hydrogenated. And I do try to stay away from refined sugars as much as possible. I heard this on YouTube, and I believe it to be true. Margarine, which we used to call it oleo when I grew up. Oleo, oleo. And I think where oleo got its name was from oil. Because what I was told is originally um, margarine oleo was, they had like car oil and they didn't know what to do with it. And so they decided to turn it into some kind of food that would be consumable. And that's how we got margarine and oleo. And do you know that anytime I have anything that's hydrogenated, my whole body aches. So I don't have anything that's hydrogenated. It has to be cooked in olive oil or some kind of walnut oil. I don't do canola oils. All of those affect me. So I don't eat any of those. So, you want to just stay healthy and you want to take care of your body. Yes, Mary. Everybody has to find what works for them. I know a lot of people that are on the keto that love it, It works so well for them. My husband was on it and he loved it. For me, I'm more of a vegetable person. I like my greens. And so, you can do keto green. But I do a lot of juice. Right now, I have a cup of celery juice over here. And I drink my celery juice. I juiced a whole jug of celery juice yesterday. I juiced a whole jug of lemon juice yesterday. And I juiced a whole jug of grapefruit juice yesterday. And so, yeah, I love salmon. I love salmon too. Yeah, sometimes our body, when we're older, we can't take in what we took in when we were younger. And so, you put on weight faster, your blood pressure goes up. I could eat a Big Mac, two Big Macs when I was younger and never gain any weight. Now I can look at a Big Mac and gain weight. I mean, it's just, you've got to be very, very cognizant the older that you get. You really do. You really do. You know, at 63, I want to be fit. I want to be healthy, which I am. I want to continue to be. So I do everything in my power to point myself in the right direction and keep myself in the right direction. So it looks like it has stopped raining completely. It's still cold out. And I'm debating, I'm thinking, do I want to go out there and do a 5-mile run? Nah. Not today. I probably will in the morning because it's supposed to be cold tomorrow though too. And you know what? I used to go out when it was like 28 degrees and I would go running. But you know what? Now I don't want to do that. If it's comfortable, I'll go out. I don't mind rain, but I don't like cold and wet. I really don't. Oh, Mary's place, I drink a lot of water and I do get my sleep and I enjoy my life and I juice. And what else do I do? I do eat healthy. I do eat healthy. And I think it's harder as we get older to keep the weight off. And so I have to really work real hard to keep my body thin and to stay fit. And I have a lot of friends who are on all kinds of medicines. And I think some of those situations, in some of their situations, if they controlled what they ate, I think they wouldn't have to take some of the medicines that they take. Yes, water, water, water. That's my favorite beverage is water. I gave up coffee 2 weeks ago. I'm a coffee drinker. I've been a coffee drinker my whole life. But I just decided that I wanted to see how I would do. Now, I love coffee. Will I probably go back to it? Yes. But I don't want to drink 4 or 5 cups a day. I would rather drink 1 cup a day or drink it out when I'm out for a meal or something like that. But I don't want to drink coffee at any high pace because I think the older we get, I think coffee can be good for you, but I also think it can be bad for you. It depends on how it's used. I like tea as well, Ray. I've been drinking herbal tea. So my husband does this neat little thing in the morning before he leaves for his work. He brings me a cup. He was bringing me a cup of coffee every morning. He's always done that. And it sits by the bedside. And by the time I wake up, it's usually cold. But then it's just the wonderful thing of having him bring it to me. Well, now he brings me a cup of herbal tea. And it's usually, what kind is it? Is it ginseng? I don't know. It brings me different kinds of tea in the morning. And I do like tea, herbal tea. And I love regular tea too. It's just that I'm trying to avoid the caffeine. Yes. You know, one of the teas that I really loved was sassafras. My daddy used to go pick sassafras root. I have not been able to find sassafras in years. I love the smell of sassafras. And he used to take it, the root, and boil it and make this tea. And oh, it was so wonderful. So wonderful. Oh, thank you, Grandma Ducky. I'm sure you look amazing and that you look beautiful. You know, it just depends. You know, we all have days that we look tired. And also, when we're looking at our own selves, we're far more judgmental than other people are. Often we see our flaws that other people don't see. We're looking for them. When we look in the mirror, we're looking for flaws. When people look at us, they're looking for beauty. So you got to remember that we're sometimes more judgmental and critical of ourselves. Yeah, you know, it's for me like I'm sitting here with my green juice. And I've been drinking celery juice for years and years. I've been drinking lemon juice. And when I juice my lemons or my grapefruits or my watermelon, I love watermelon juice, by the way. I use, I wash them real good. And I use the rinds. I use the rinds. I don't throw away the rinds. It's kind of like a real pulpish juice. And then I dilute it with water. But I use the rinds. There's a lot of juice in the rinds. I don't throw them away. I'm not recommending that to anybody, but that's what I do. And then like yesterday, I told y'all that I make celery burgers. So what I do is rather than throw away the pulp, the stringy pulp, I then repulverize that in a blender so that there's no string. It's just mush. And then I mix some flour, some bulgur or some flaxseed, some onions, some garlic, and a little bit of vegan egg mixture. And I mix that to hold it together. And I fry it in a little bit of olive oil. And those are so good, so good. And rather than throw away your pulp, I don't throw away my pulp. And I used to do that with the watermelon pulp. I would make watermelon pulp burgers. And they're very, very good. They don't taste like watermelon pulp. And, I just eat healthy. And I think if you eat healthy, you drink healthy, you get plenty of sleep, good exercise, I think you're going to be in the running, I think. But there's no guarantees in life, and we have to remember that. Yeah, I do, she digs. I do. I reuse my pulp. I do. I always have. I never throw away my pulp. Never. People throw it away, and that's such a good part. It gives you your fiber. It gives you so much. So I don't throw it away. I just dilute it down. So my juices are very thick juices. They're not thin-based juices, unless it's my celery. Then my celery is made into a burger. So my celery is a thin-based juice, but not my lemon and not my oranges or not my watermelon or grapefruits. Those are all pulp-based juice. Grandma Ducky, when I lived in Palm Springs and I was in my 20s, The sun is very hot there, and I would lay out by the pool and I would just bake in that sun, and no sunscreen. I have no idea. I'm very, very fortunate. And, but I don't do that now. I put sunscreen on when I go out to go running. I always put some kind of sunscreen on. She digs. I got mine. I have like 10 juicers, and they're all in the attic except for the one I use. And I got them all. I got really nice juicers, high-end juicers, but I paid like $1 or $2 for them. And how I got them was I go to the thrift shops. Most people don't use their juicer and they turn it in. Now, of course, you need to check out the juicer before you buy it, because a lot of things electrical wise that you buy in a thrift shop don't work or don't work right. But every juicer I've ever bought has worked right, because I think people don't like, they just get bored with them. They're kind of a fad for most people. They're not for me, but for most people, sort of like a bread machine. How many people actually use bread machines now? Some do, but most don't. So you'll see at the thrift shop all these bread machines. Welcome, Creations by Yankee. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome. So yeah. So for me, I just, I go ahead and I do all kinds of juices. I'm creative in my cooking. Okay, I'm very creative. I mean, I don't stick with the same old recipes. I do make some things regularly, but for the most part, I'm always trying a new recipe, something different, new flavors, new spices. Because even if we cook different foods, we tend to use the same spices and the same flavors. And so it tastes like the same food. So you want to kind of mix it up a little bit and use different spices, different amounts. Well, I'm not going to be on here long today. I just wanted to pop on and say hello to y'all. Yes, I do, Grandma Ducky. Go look up celery juice. I think it's called celery juice, and put my name in there, Diana Brianne Fairchild, and look up celery juice. I think it's in there. Let me go over here and see if I can find it. Let me go look if I can pop up another one. Let me see. Celery juice, Diana Brianne. Let me look. Let's see what it's called. Yes. Celery juice, thrift shop juicers, my daily fitness. I made that a year ago. So you can look up that one. Then I have another one from 7 years ago that I made for family and friends. I look horrible in it. Juicing, called celery juice. Then I made one from 3 years ago called From My Juicer to Yours. And most of these were done. Those were done from for my family, back when, before I became public. So go in there, Grandma Ducky, and look up, just put my name in, put celery juice or juicing and my name. If you put my name in something and then you put a title of a subject you want, you're probably going to find it. Because I have 3,500 videos up, 3,500. That's a lot. That's a lot. And so I've talked about so many things. I really have. I really have. That's my gift. So we all have gifts. You have your gifts. I have mine. And so, some people come on here and they're an adventure channel. I'm not an adventure channel. I'm a grandma channel, but it's like coming to grandma's and having a warm bowl of soup and having some really good, meaningful conversation. That's really what my channel is. So thank you, Grandma Ducky. I appreciate it. Well, thank you all. I'm going to call my son up and find out where he's driving to go get the convertible top fixed. I got to give him a call. Then I'm going to Walgreens, and then I'm going to come back and maybe make a phone call or two to some of my friends that I need to get caught up on, do my homework. My husband's coming home from his trip, and then we'll probably go to dinner. So, well, may God bless y'all, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, amazing weekend. I may or may not be on this weekend. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I never know. But Mondays I usually don't come on. Yes, my son Marshall. Yep, that's his name. And sometimes I come on and sometimes I don't. But for the most part, I'm usually on here. So, okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I really hope you have a wonderful weekend. Just enjoy. Life is meant to be enjoyed. I hope you do what makes you happy and it's fun and enjoyable and good. Okay. Well, thank you. And I'm going to go. So, from my house to your house, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.